In the heart of Africa's sun-baked wilderness, where the golden grasslands ripple beneath a relentless sky, a creature of astonishing audacity prowls the open plains. This is the honey badger, Mellivora capensis, a small muscular marvel whose spirit burns brighter than the midday sun. Draped in a bold black and white coat, the honey badger strides through the grass with a swagger that belies its size. Every step is measured, every glance sharp and unyielding. Though it weighs less than 15 kilograms, its presence is immense, an embodiment of raw nerve and unbreakable will. When the shadow of a lion sweeps across the savannah or the silent form of a leopard glides through the tall grass, most animals vanish, melting into the safety of concealment. But the honey badger stands its ground, eyes blazing with defiance. It bristles, muscles coiled, and sometimes surges forward with a guttural snarl that reverberates across the plains. There are legends whispered on the wind of honey badgers clamping onto the faces of predators many times their size, refusing to yield until the mighty adversary retreats in bewildered defeat. The honey badger's courage is not reserved for the great cats alone. It is a relentless adversary to the most dangerous denizens of the wild. When a venomous cobra rears its hood, the honey badger lunges without hesitation, jaws snapping, claws tearing. Even as venom courses through its veins, it staggers, collapses, and miraculously rises again, shaking off the poison to finish its conquest. The furious swarm of a disturbed beehive is met with the same indifference. Stings pepper its thick hide, but the honey badger presses on, tearing into the hive for the golden reward within, undeterred by pain or peril. Its legend is forged not by brute strength, but by a relentless spirit and extraordinary adaptations. The honey badger's skin is a suit of armour, so tough that thorns, fangs, and stingers alike are shrugged off. Its claws are formidable tools, capable of rending earth, splintering wood, and prying open the most stubborn burrows. Its mind is a wellspring of cunning, solving puzzles and outmanoeuvring rivals with a tenacity that borders on genius. In this unforgiving land, where every day is a battle for survival, the honey badger is a living legend, a creature whose courage blazes like a beacon against the odds. It is the indomitable warrior who knows no retreat, forever bold, forever unbroken, a symbol of resilience and fearless resolve in the wild heart of Africa. The honey badger's stocky, low-slung body is a marvel of natural engineering, meticulously crafted for survival in the unforgiving wilds of Africa. Every aspect of its physique is a testament to millions of years of adaptation, allowing it to thrive where few others dare. Its dramatic two-tone coat is more than just striking. It's a warning flag and a shield. The silvery grey mantle and jet-black underbelly serve as both camouflage and a bold signal to potential threats, hinting at the badger's ferocity. When threatened, the honey badger can bristle its fur, making itself appear larger and more intimidating, deterring would-be attackers. This coloration allows the honey badger to blend seamlessly into the savannah's shifting shadows, vanishing into the tall grasses and underbrush. The interplay of light and dark on its fur breaks up its outline, making it nearly invisible to both prey and predator. Yet the bold contrast also serves as a visual deterrent, warning lions, leopards and hyenas that this is no easy target. Its double-layered coat acts as true armour. The outer layer is made of coarse, wiry fur that deflects bee stings, porcupine quills, and even the bites of venomous snakes. This tough exterior is so resilient that it can withstand the onslaught of swarming bees, the piercing spines of thorns, and the fangs of its most dangerous adversaries. Beneath this, a dense undercoat insulates the badger from searing heat and biting cold, allowing it to hunt and roam at any hour, in any season. Whether enduring the midday sun or the chill of night, the honey badger's fur maintains a stable body temperature. ensuring it never succumbs to the extremes of its environment. The honey badger's territory stretches from arid deserts to lush forests and wetlands, where it fearlessly shares space with Africa's giants, lions, leopards, elephants and hyenas. Its adaptability is unmatched, allowing it to exploit a vast range of habitats, from the driest sands to the densest thickets and the edges of waterlogged marshes. Every part of its body is built for resilience. Its skull is thick and reinforced, protecting its brain from crushing bites and heavy blows. The honey badger's jaws are among the most powerful for its size, capable of cracking open bones, shells, and even the armoured carapaces of tortoises, granting access to food sources few others can exploit. The honey badger's small, deeply set eyes and ears are shielded by tough skin, minimizing injury during battles with venomous snakes or clawed adversaries. When threatened, it can close its ears and eyes tightly, reducing vulnerability to strikes and slashes and further protecting its vital senses. Built for relentless digging and close-quarters combat, the honey badger's powerful claws and muscular limbs allow it to unearth prey, raid burrows and defend itself against much larger animals. Its claws are long and curved, perfect for tearing into termite mounds, flipping over rocks and excavating deep dens for shelter or ambush. The honey badger is a compact fortress, unyielding, fearless and perfectly adapted to survive Africa's harshest realities. Its combination of physical defences, behavioural strategies and sheer tenacity earns the respect of every creature it encounters. In the endless contest for survival, the honey badger stands as one of the savannah's most formidable survivors, a living embodiment of resilience and adaptation. The honey badger's thick, loose skin is one of its most extraordinary adaptations, a natural armour that sets it apart from nearly every other creature in the wild. This skin can be up to 6 millimeters thick in some areas, far denser than that of most mammals its size. The skin is not only tough but also incredibly flexible and rubbery, making it extremely difficult for teeth, claws or even sharp quills to penetrate deeply. This remarkable hide acts as a shield, protecting the honey badger from the constant threats of its harsh environment, whether it's the stings of angry bees, the bites of venomous snakes, or the claws and fangs of powerful predators. The honey badger's claws are equally impressive, long, curved and razor-sharp. They are the animal's primary tools for both offence and defence. Each front paw is equipped with claws that can grow up to 4 centimeters in length, making them perfect for digging, tearing and slashing. These claws are so strong that the honey badger can break open termite mounds, rip apart tree bark and even dig through hard, compacted earth with ease. The skin around the honey badger's neck is especially thick and loose, providing extra protection where it's most vulnerable. This adaptation allows the honey badger to withstand repeated attacks from bees, porcupine quills, and even the crushing jaws of lions and leopards. In fact, the honey badger has been observed surviving encounters with some of Africa's deadliest snakes, including cobras and puff adders, thanks to its nearly impenetrable hide. The loose skin isn't just for protection. It gives the honey badger an incredible range of movement, even when caught in a predator's grip. If seized by the neck or back, the honey badger can twist and turn within its own skin, spinning around to bite or claw at its attacker. This ability often catches predators off guard, forcing them to release their hold and giving the honey badger a chance to escape. In hunting, the honey badger's claws are indispensable. With powerful forelimbs and those formidable claws, it can dig out burrowing animals like rodents, lizards, and even snakes from underground. The claws are also used to break into beehives, where the honey badger's thick skin protects it from hundreds of stings as it feasts on honey and larvae. Its claws can tear apart the toughest termite mounds, exposing nutritious insects hidden deep within. In battle, these claws become lethal weapons. The honey badger can swipe with astonishing speed and accuracy, inflicting deep wounds on any animal that dares to challenge it. Even much larger predators, such as lions or hyenas, often think twice before engaging a honey badger, knowing that a single swipe from those claws can cause serious injury. The combination of nearly impenetrable skin and deadly claws allows the honey badger to stand its ground against formidable foes. It has been seen driving off leopards, fighting off packs of wild dogs, and even surviving encounters with venomous snakes. Its reputation for fearlessness is not just legend, it is a direct result of these extraordinary physical adaptations. With these adaptations, the honey badger can dig a burrow in minutes, using its claws to create a safe retreat or to uncover hidden prey. Its skin and claws work in perfect harmony, allowing it to escape danger underground or ambush unsuspecting animals from below. The honey badger's ability to dig rapidly also helps it evade predators and survive in some of the most challenging habitats on Earth. This perfect blend of defense and attack makes the honey badger a true survivor. Its thick, flexible skin and powerful claws are the keys to its success, allowing it to thrive in environments where few others can. Whether hunting, defending itself, or escaping danger, the honey badger's remarkable adaptations ensure it is always ready for whatever the wild throws its way. Beyond brute force, the honey badger's intelligence truly sets it apart from other creatures of the Okavango. In the wild, every day is a test of wit and resourcefulness. The honey badger's mind is in constant motion, always analysing, always adapting. Its extraordinary sense of smell allows it to detect prey hidden deep underground, whether it's beetle larvae, burrowing rodents, or even venomous snakes. A single whiff can reveal a hidden meal, and the honey badger wastes no time in digging with astonishing speed and precision. But it doesn't just rely on scent. It listens for the faintest vibrations beneath the soil, using its acute hearing to pinpoint the exact location of its quarry. The honey badger's foraging is a masterclass in problem-solving. It remembers the best foraging spots, returning to places where it once found food. It learns from every encounter, like the time it discovered a scorpion beneath a rock. Instead of attacking blindly, it carefully disables the scorpion's venomous tail before making its move, a technique perfected through trial and error. When faced with a burrow too deep to reach, it will dig a secondary tunnel, intercepting its prey from another angle. In the wild, honey badgers have been seen using sticks and rocks to reach food or escape tight spots. When confronted with a narrow gap blocked by a heavy log, it will roll smaller stones beneath it to create enough space to squeeze through. If a fallen tree blocks its path, the honey badger may stack debris or dig a ramp, showing a level of problem-solving rare among animals. It will even use its powerful jaws to drag obstacles aside, demonstrating both strength and ingenuity. Their cleverness is legendary when it comes to breaking into beehives. A honey badger will test every weak spot in a hive's defences, sometimes rolling logs or shifting rocks to reach the sweet reward inside. It may retreat and observe, then return with a new approach, never giving up until it succeeds. When faced with barriers, it studies the obstacle, searching for the smallest gap or the easiest path, and then slips through with remarkable determination. Even when confronted by larger predators, the honey badger's mind is always at work. It uses unpredictable movements, darting left, then right, feinting and doubling back, to confuse lions or hyenas. Sometimes it will even play dead for a moment, only to spring up and escape when the predator is distracted. If cornered, it may use the terrain to its advantage, diving into a burrow or squeezing between rocks where larger animals cannot follow. This mental agility, combined with its physical prowess, makes the honey badger one of Africa's most formidable survivors. Every challenge in the wild becomes a lesson, every obstacle a puzzle to solve. The honey badger's mind is always learning, always adapting, always searching for the next opportunity. It's not just fearless, it's smart, adaptable, and always one step ahead, thriving in a world where only the cleverest endure. The honey badger's intelligence is its greatest weapon, ensuring its survival in the ever-changing wilds of the Okavango. The honey badger's hunting strategy begins with a careful approach. Moving low through the grass, it uses its keen sense of smell to detect the presence of snakes, even when they're hidden beneath brush or sand. Once a target is located, the honey badger advances with deliberate caution, pausing frequently to assess the snake's position and readiness to strike. Upon confrontation, the honey badger circles the snake, maintaining a safe distance while provoking it to strike. Each movement is calculated. The honey badger darts in and out, using its agility to avoid the snake's fangs. When the snake lunges, the honey badger reacts with lightning-fast reflexes, dodging the attack and immediately countering with a powerful bite aimed at the snake's head or neck. This precise targeting is crucial, as it quickly incapacitates the snake and minimizes the risk of a prolonged struggle. If bitten during the encounter, the honey badger's body demonstrates remarkable resistance. Specialized mutations in its cellular receptors block the neurotoxins found in snake venom, preventing paralysis and severe damage. Occasionally, the honey badger may succumb briefly, losing consciousness for a short period. However, after a brief rest, it awakens, shakes off the effects, and resumes feeding, often consuming the very snake that delivered the bite. The honey badger's thick, loose skin provides additional protection during hunts. This tough hide not only shields it from snake fangs, but also from bee stings when raiding hives. The skin's flexibility allows the honey badger to twist and turn even when gripped by a predator or prey, giving it a significant advantage in close combat. The honey badger's hunting techniques extend beyond snakes. When searching for insects, scorpions, or rodents, it uses its powerful claws to dig into hard ground or tear apart logs. Its acute sense of smell pinpoints hidden prey, while its jaws and teeth make short work of tough exoskeletons and bones. When hunting scorpions, the honey badger is undeterred by venomous stings, dispatching and consuming them whole. Adaptability is key to the honey badger's survival. It moves seamlessly between habitats, from arid deserts to dense forests, always employing the same methodical approach: sniff, stalk, assess, and strike. This versatility ensures a constant supply of food regardless of the environment. During dry seasons, the honey badger relies on its digging skills to access underground prey, such as larvae and reptiles. Its muscular forelimbs and long claws are perfectly adapted for breaking into hard-packed earth or decaying wood, revealing hidden food sources that many other predators cannot reach. When opportunities arise, the honey badger climbs trees to raid bird nests or takes on larger prey. Its hunting repertoire includes stalking, ambushing, digging, and climbing, each technique executed with precision and boldness. The honey badger's venom resistance and diverse hunting skills make it a master of survival. Its ability to exploit a wide range of food sources, combined with its physical adaptations, ensures its dominance in the wild. Every hunt is a demonstration of evolutionary refinement. The honey badger transforms danger into opportunity, using its unique biology and relentless tactics to thrive in some of the world's most challenging environments. The honey badger's courage is legendary. This small creature routinely faces down lions and leopards, standing its ground even when outmatched in size and strength. In the heart of the savannah, it stares down predators that most animals would flee from, its eyes unwavering, its body low and ready to strike. When threatened, the honey badger doesn't hesitate. It charges with rattling growls, its teeth bared and claws ready. This boldness often confuses predators who expect prey to run, not fight. Lions and leopards sometimes retreat, unwilling to risk a painful injury from this relentless fighter. Even hyenas, notorious for their persistence, are driven off by the honey badger's ferocity. Mothers defend their cubs with unmatched fury, launching themselves at much larger threats and refusing to back down. The honey badger's aggression is not reckless bravado, it's a calculated survival strategy. It disrupts the predator-prey script, chasing jackals from kills and standing its ground among herds of towering animals. Its thick, loose skin allows it to twist and bite even when caught, and its resilience is legendary. Honey badgers have survived venomous snake bites, only to recover and continue the hunt. This unpredictable boldness is a psychological weapon, giving the honey badger an edge in the wild. It proves that true courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to face it head-on, no matter the odds. In the unforgiving wilderness, the honey badger's fearless heart is its greatest shield. The honey badger's resilience is not just physical but mental. It adapts to its environment with remarkable ingenuity, climbing trees to escape danger, swimming across rivers, and digging into termite mounds for sustenance. Its keen senses and relentless spirit make it a master of survival, always alert and ready to face whatever challenges come its way. In the wild, where the law of the jungle reigns supreme, the honey badger stands as a symbol of unyielding determination. It teaches us that size does not dictate strength, and that true power lies in the heart and mind. The honey badger's story is one of inspiration, a testament to the indomitable spirit that resides within even the smallest of creatures. In the golden heart of the African savannah, beneath the endless sky and among the whispering grasses, a story of extraordinary cooperation quietly unfolds. This is not a tale of fleeting encounters, but of a partnership so refined by evolution that it borders on the miraculous. Here the honey badger and the greater honeyguide bird have developed a relationship built on trust, instinct, and the relentless drive to survive. Their alliance is a living dance, each movement and call a step in a ritual that has played out for countless generations. The partnership begins with the honeyguide bird, a small but cunning creature whose life is intertwined with the secret world of wild bees. With keen, searching eyes, the honeyguide flits from branch to branch, scanning the landscape for the subtle clues that betray the presence of a beehive. It notices the faint shimmer of golden wax, the busy traffic of bees weaving through the air, or the sweet scent of honey drifting on the breeze. The honeyguide is a master of this search, but its delicate beak and fragile frame are no match for the fortress of wax and the army of stinging defenders that guard the hive's treasures. The honey, the larvae, the wax, these remain tantalizingly out of reach. But the honeyguide is not alone in its quest. When it locates a hive, it seeks out a honey badger, a creature renowned for its tenacity and strength. The honeyguide's call is unmistakable, a series of sharp, insistent notes, accompanied by animated flutters and swoops. The bird darts ahead, then pauses, glancing back to ensure the badger is watching. The honey badger, ever alert to opportunity, recognizes the invitation. Its nose twitches, picking up the faint scent of honey, and it begins to follow, weaving through the undergrowth, eyes fixed on its feathered guide. The journey is not a straight line, but a winding path through tangled thickets and sun-dappled clearings, the bird always just ahead, the badger never far behind. At last the honeyguide leads the badger to the hidden hive, often tucked away in a hollow tree or wedged between rocks. Now the honey badger's role comes to the fore. With powerful forelimbs and claws honed by years of digging, it attacks the hive's defences. The bees erupt in a furious cloud, stinging and swarming, but the badger's thick, loose skin and remarkable pain tolerance allow it to press on. It tears open the hive, exposing the golden comb and the wriggling larvae within. The badger feasts, devouring honey, larvae and wax with equal relish, heedless of the chaos around it. For a moment the world narrows to the taste of sweetness and the satisfaction of a hard-won meal. When the honey badger has satisfied its hunger, it lumbers away, leaving behind a scene of destruction. Now the honeyguide's patience is rewarded. The bird swoops down to the shattered hive, its sharp beak probing the waxy ruins. It feasts on the leftover larvae, the scraps of honey and the wax itself, food that would have been forever sealed away without the badger's intervention. The honeyguide's digestive system is uniquely adapted to process wax, allowing it to thrive on a diet that few other creatures could stomach. Every morsel is precious, a testament to the bird's persistence and the power of partnership. This is not a relationship of dominance or submission, but of mutual benefit. The honeyguide gains access to a feast it could never reach alone, while the honey badger is led unerringly to a hidden bounty it might otherwise overlook. Each partner brings unique skills to the alliance: the bird's sharp eyes and knowledge of the landscape, the badger's strength and resilience. Their cooperation is a living example of mutualism, a delicate balance where both thrive by working together. Across the Okavango Delta, such partnerships are woven into the very fabric of life. The honeyguide and honey badger are just one thread in a vast tapestry of interdependence, where survival often depends on the ability to cooperate. From the smallest insect to the largest predator, every creature is part of this intricate web, each action rippling outward to shape the fate of others. As dusk settles over the savannah, the honey badger and the honeyguide bird move on, their partnership complete for now. In the fading light, they vanish into the grass, each carrying the memory of a shared triumph. Their story is a reminder that in the wild, survival is rarely a solitary endeavour. Through trust, patience, and the wisdom of countless generations, even the most unlikely allies can unlock nature's hidden treasures together. Deep beneath the earth, a honey badger's life begins in the safety of a well-hidden burrow, carefully chosen and meticulously prepared by the mother. She lines the chamber with soft grasses and leaves, creating a warm, nurturing nest to shield her young from predators and the harsh elements of the Okavango. The mother gives birth to one or two tiny blind cubs, utterly dependent on her for warmth, nourishment and protection. She is constantly attentive, grooming her cubs and keeping them close, her body a living shield against the dangers lurking outside. Ever vigilant, she moves her cubs between multiple dens, outwitting snakes, jackals, and other threats that might discover their scent. For weeks she is their only guardian and provider, venturing out under the cover of darkness to hunt and returning with food. She nurses her cubs in the safety of the burrow, ensuring they grow strong before ever seeing the outside world. Between hunts, she spends hours grooming and cuddling her young, reinforcing the bond that is vital for their survival. The cub's apprenticeship is long, up to 16 months, one of the most extended periods among solitary carnivores. During this time, the mother's vigilance never wavers. She is fiercely protective, but also patient and nurturing, teaching her young the art of survival through gentle guidance and constant encouragement. She allows her cubs to play and explore within the safety of the den, fostering curiosity and confidence. The cub learns by closely observing its mother as she hunts, digs for prey, and navigates the dangers of the wild. Every movement is a lesson, from unearthing venomous snakes to raiding beehives for honey. The mother patiently demonstrates, repeating actions until her cub understands, always ready to step in if danger arises. Patiently, the mother allows her cub to practice on smaller, less dangerous animals, guiding it through the process of stalking, pouncing, and delivering the final blow. She offers gentle corrections and encouragement, celebrating each small success. These early hunting attempts are crucial for building the cub's confidence and skill, and the mother's nurturing presence ensures the cub feels safe to make mistakes and learn. Through this hands-on training, the cub not only learns practical skills, but also absorbs the legendary boldness and resilience of its species. The mother encourages independence, allowing the cub to face challenges and even minor dangers under her watchful eye. She is quick to comfort and protect if the cub becomes frightened, but always nudges it to try again, fostering both courage and self-reliance. By the time the young honey badger finally ventures out alone, it is armed with the knowledge, instincts, and fearless spirit needed to survive and thrive in one of Africa's most unforgiving landscapes. The mother's nurturing care, patient teaching, and unwavering protection have prepared her cub to continue the legacy of the honey badger's indomitable reputation, ensuring the next generation of warriors is ready to face the wild. Within the Okavango Delta, the honey badger is a keystone species. Its presence and actions reverberate through the ecosystem, shaping the lives of countless organisms in subtle yet profound ways. Through tireless excavation, honey badgers engineer complex burrow systems. These subterranean networks become sanctuaries for a diverse array of species. Snakes, lizards, mongooses and insects all find shelter within these abandoned tunnels. The burrows offer protection from predators and extreme weather, and their availability increases the survival chances of many smaller animals, enhancing the region's biodiversity. As a top mesopredator, the honey badger regulates populations of venomous snakes, rodents, and insects. By preying on these animals, it prevents population explosions that could destabilize the ecosystem. This predatory pressure maintains a delicate equilibrium, ensuring that no single species overwhelms the landscape and that food resources remain balanced for all. The honey badger's foraging and hunting behaviors stir the soil, unearthing seeds and insects that become food for birds and small mammals. This activity not only aids in seed dispersal and germination, but also increases nutrient cycling, enriching the soil and supporting plant growth. The honey badger's influence thus extends from the ground up, fostering a more productive and resilient ecosystem. Despite its modest size, the honey badger is intricately woven into the fabric of the Okavango. It shares its world with apex predators and grazers alike, zebras, lions, leopards, and countless others. Its daily routines help sustain the complex web of interactions that define this vibrant wilderness. The honey badger exemplifies resilience and adaptability. Its ability to thrive in the face of drought, flood, and fierce competition demonstrates how a single species can influence the survival strategies of many others, driving evolutionary change and ecological balance. Every footprint, every shared refuge, and every interaction among species in the Okavango is a testament to the interconnectedness of life. The honey badger's presence is felt in the overlapping tracks, the communal shelters, and the dynamic relationships that sustain the ecosystem's diversity. The honey badger's enduring survival is a living symbol of the Okavango's wild spirit. Through its ecological roles, engineer, regulator, and survivor, it helps ensure the continued vitality and balance of this extraordinary African ecosystem. In the heart of the Okavango, where the land shifts from sun-baked savanna to tangled woodland and shimmering wetlands, the honey badger's quest for food is a daily saga of ingenuity and grit. The honey badger's menu is as varied and unpredictable as the landscape itself, and its foraging strategies are nothing short of extraordinary. Driven by an insatiable appetite, this relentless survivor employs a keen sense of smell to detect the faintest traces of prey, even when hidden beneath layers of earth or tangled roots. It roams tirelessly across the savannah, through dense woodlands and along the edges of wetlands, adapting its tactics to each environment. In wetlands, it probes muddy banks and shallow pools, searching for amphibians, crustaceans, and anything edible that lurks beneath the surface. No meal is too small, and no challenge too great for this determined forager. It will boldly confront larger animals to defend a meal, or dig tirelessly for hours to unearth a hidden morsel. With a keen sense of smell and remarkable memory, the honey badger uncovers subterranean treasures, rooting out beetle larvae, termites and earthworms hidden deep beneath the soil. It remembers the locations of productive termite mounds and returns to them season after season, exploiting their bounty with surgical precision. Its powerful claws tear through hardened ground and decaying logs, breaking open barriers that would stop most other animals. Exposing hidden feasts that other predators overlook, the honey badger leaves no stone unturned, literally. But the honey badger is not content with insects alone. It stalks rodents, birds, and even reptiles, using stealth and patience to get close before pouncing with lightning speed and relentless determination. Venomous snakes, often feared by other creatures, become prey for the honey badger, which uses quick reflexes and calculated strikes to subdue them. Its remarkable resistance to toxins allows it to devour cobras, puff adders and scorpions with little hesitation, turning danger into opportunity. Even the most venomous prey is no match for the honey badger's tenacity and specialized biology. Its foraging exploits extend to the world of plants as well. Fruits, roots and bulbs supplement its carnivorous cravings, and the honey badger will dig deep or climb high to reach these vital resources. During leaner times, these plant foods provide essential nutrients, helping the honey badger survive when animal prey is scarce. The honey badger's adaptability ensures that almost nothing is off the table, and its willingness to experiment with new foods is key to its survival. Perhaps most famously, the honey badger's hunger leads it to honey itself. Guided by scent and the calls of the honeyguide bird, it fearlessly raids beehives, enduring swarms of angry bees as it tears into the comb. The honey badger's thick skin and rapid movements help it withstand the stings, allowing it to feast on honey larvae and bees alike. It devours the sweet, energy-rich honey and the protein-packed larvae, making the risk worthwhile. Even the bees themselves become part of the meal, a testament to the honey badger's fearless approach. Each feeding session is a masterclass in problem-solving and adaptability. Whether rolling over rocks to uncover lizards, using its jaws to crack open tortoise shells, or climbing trees to reach eggs hidden in nests, the honey badger's resourcefulness is on full display. It uses its strong paws and sharp claws with remarkable dexterity, manipulating objects and solving problems that would stump most other animals. With every meal, the honey badger demonstrates the art of survival, an unyielding pursuit of nourishment in a world where only the most adaptable endure. Its diverse diet and inventive techniques are a testament to the resourcefulness that defines this remarkable survivor. The honey badger's relentless foraging, fearless experimentation, and unmatched adaptability make it a true master of many meals, Okavango's bold and ingenious survivor. As the sun melts behind the silhouette of acacia trees, the savannah undergoes a profound transformation. The golden light fades, replaced by a tapestry of deepening shadows and the cool hush of nightfall. While lions and leopards settle into the darkness, the honey badger stirs, its senses sharpening as the world grows quiet. For this fearless creature, the night is not a time for rest but for action. Nightfall signals the start of a relentless hunt. The honey badger slips from its den, its black and white coat rippling in the moonlight, blending perfectly with the patchwork of shadows cast across the plains. Moving low to the ground, it becomes a phantom, silent, determined, and nearly invisible to all but the most watchful eyes. The honey badger's world is one of sensation. Its acute hearing picks up the faintest rustle of grass, the softest scuttle of insect legs, and the distant chirr of a nightjar. Its nose, moist and sensitive, sweeps the ground, deciphering a complex web of scents, rodents tunnelling beneath the earth, lizards basking in the cool air, and the musky trails of other nocturnal wanderers. Its small, sharp eyes catch the faintest flicker of movement, attuned to the subtle shifts of the night. Whiskers, long and sensitive, brush the earth and undergrowth, reading the landscape by touch. They guide the honey badger through tangled roots and narrow burrows, alerting it to the presence of prey or the approach of danger. The savannah, though cloaked in darkness, is alive with opportunity. Under the vast starlit sky, the honey badger crosses paths with other denizens of the night. A genet slinks through the grass, an owl glides silently overhead, and an aardvark snuffles in search of ants. Each encounter is a silent negotiation, a moment of mutual recognition in the moonlit wild. Sometimes the honey badger's path is blocked. In the hush of the night, two creatures lock eyes, each measuring the other's intent, muscles tense, breath held. The standoff lasts only seconds before one yields, melting back into the darkness. Most animals, however, know the honey badger's reputation. Its boldness and tenacity are legendary, and few dare to challenge its claim to a meal. Even the shadows seem to part before its advance. The night is a banquet for the resourceful. The cool air slows the blood of reptiles. Lizards and snakes become sluggish, easy targets for the honey badger's swift, decisive strikes. Insects, too, emerge in droves. The honey badger's powerful claws tear into termite mounds, sending a cascade of earth and insects tumbling out. With practiced efficiency, it devours the writhing feast, savouring the bounty of the midnight hour. Stealth is its ally. With a low, gliding gait, the honey badger stalks through the grass, closing in on unsuspecting rodents and birds roosting in the safety of darkness. A sudden pounce, a flash of teeth, and the hunt is over. Yet the night is not without peril. The air vibrates with the calls of hyenas, their laughter echoing across the plains. Far off, a lion's roar rumbles, a reminder that even the most fearless must remain vigilant. The honey badger's survival depends on its agility and cunning. At the first hint of danger, it darts into a burrow or melts into the tall grass, vanishing as swiftly as it appeared. As the first blush of dawn tinges the horizon, the honey badger's nocturnal odyssey draws to a close. Sated and unbowed, it slips into a hidden den, the earth closing behind it. Here, in the cool embrace of darkness, it rests, ready to rise again when the world is cloaked in shadow. In the realm of night, the honey badger reigns supreme, a tireless hunter, a cunning survivor, and a true master of the African darkness. In the hush of the savannah, where the first light barely brushes the golden grass, a silent drama unfolds, one that few eyes ever witness. Here survival is a game of shadows and whispers, and the honey badger is a master of both. Though solitary by nature, honey badgers possess a secret language, one woven from sound, scent, and subtle movement. These fierce creatures have mastered a range of communication methods, each as enigmatic as the night itself. Their voices, rarely heard by outsiders, ripple through the grasslands like a hidden current. High-pitched whines and chatters pierce the dawn, carrying coded messages only other badgers can decipher. Guttural growls and sharp hisses vibrate with warning, defiance, or alarm, each note a thread in their mysterious tapestry. A single sound can freeze a rival, summon a wandering cub, or send a predator slinking away into the mist. The call of a mother to her cub is soft, almost lost in the wind, yet it carries the weight of survival. Sometimes their voices startle would-be predators, echoing through the grass like a warning from the unseen. But the honey badger's language is not only spoken, it is written in scent, invisible yet undeniable. With specialized anal glands, they inscribe their presence on the land, leaving musky trails that linger long after they have vanished. Each mark is a message, an invisible script that tells of boundaries, intentions, and identity. For any intruder, the meaning is clear. This land is claimed, and its guardian is near. These scent marks reveal more than mere presence. They whisper secrets of age, sex, and even the emotional state of the badger who left them. A passing badger can read these invisible lines, learning who has walked here and what mood they carried. Raised fur, a tense posture, a lingering sniff. Each gesture is a word in their silent lexicon. A single whiff can spell out a warning, a challenge, or a plea for peace. When honey badgers cross paths, their encounters are brief but charged with meaning. An exchange of glances, a cautious sniff, a subtle shift in stance. Each moment is a negotiation, a silent agreement, or a warning to keep distance. During the mysterious season of mating, these encounters grow more frequent, the air thick with anticipation and coded signals. Vocalizations and scent trails intertwine, guiding the search for a mate through the labyrinth of the wild. Mothers, too, speak in gentle grunts and reassuring touches, teaching their young the ancient code of survival. In the safety of the den, cubs learn to listen, to scent, to move with purpose, preparing for the day they will write their own messages on the land. In a world where danger is often unseen and silence can be deadly, the honey badger's secret language is its shield and sword. Every sound, every scent, every movement is a thread in the tapestry of their survival. Through these secret channels they sense the invisible, speak the unspoken, and claim their place in the wild. The honey badger stands alone, yet never truly isolated, connected by a web of signals that stretch across the savannah. And as darkness falls, their mysterious language endures, echoing through the night, an ancient code known only to those who walk the wild in silence. In the heart of the African wilderness, where every sunrise brings new perils, a legend prowls the savannah, unyielding, undaunted, and utterly fearless. For the honey badger, danger is not a distant threat, but a daily companion. Surrounded by lions, leopards, and hyenas, giants of the wild, each with power and hunger, the honey badger stands alone, never backing down. It is a creature forged by adversity, a master of defiance whose spirit cannot be broken. When the shadows close in and the threat is near, the honey badger's answer is not to flee, but to rise, bold and unflinching. With a surge of energy it puffs up its thick, loose skin, transforming into a formidable force that commands respect. A guttural growl rumbles from its chest, and with lightning speed it unleashes a barrage of claws and teeth, striking at eyes, noses, and any weakness it can find. Even the mighty lion, king of the savannah, falters before such raw, unyielding ferocity. The honey badger's secret lies in its armour, a hide so tough that fangs and stings are shrugged off like mere annoyances. This natural shield grants it precious seconds to twist, turn and break free from the jaws of death, flipping the script on its attackers. With unmatched agility and relentless determination, the honey badger becomes a phantom, impossible to pin down, impossible to defeat. Legends echo across the grasslands, tales of honey badgers standing alone against packs of wild dogs, or wriggling free from the crushing grip of a leopard, refusing to surrender. Sometimes the honey badger limps away, battered but undefeated, while its adversary slinks off, bested by sheer willpower. Every scar is a badge of honour, a testament to battles fought and won against overwhelming odds. For the honey badger, survival is not just instinct, It is a triumphant declaration of spirit, grit, and courage. In a world ruled by the strong, it is the honey badger's indomitable heart and cunning that earn it a place among the wild's most legendary survivors. Forever a symbol of triumph against all odds. Gap 2S. In the sprawling canvas of the African wilderness, the honey badger's life is a tapestry of complex interactions with other wildlife. It's a world where alliances and rivalries shape the rhythm of survival. Gap 1S. Among the most fascinating of these relationships is its connection with the honeyguide bird. This small, inconspicuous bird leads the honey badger to hidden beehives, a treasure trove of sustenance. The honey badger, with its robust claws and fearless demeanour, rips open the hive, braving the stings of enraged bees. Once the honey badger has had its fill, the honeyguide feasts on the leftover beeswax and larvae, a perfect symbiotic dance where both partners thrive. Gap 1S. However, not all interactions are so harmonious. The honey badger's voracious appetite brings it into frequent conflict with other predators. When encountering a hyena at a fresh kill, the honey badger doesn't hesitate to assert its dominance. With an audacious snarl and a show of force, it can drive away even these formidable scavengers, securing a meal through sheer audacity and grit. Gap 1S. Intriguingly, the honey badger's presence can also benefit other animals. As it digs for insects and small mammals, it unearths burrows and roots, inadvertently providing food opportunities for smaller creatures like mongooses and birds. This unintentional generosity underscores the honey badger's role as an unwitting architect of the ecosystem, its actions resonating throughout the food chain. Gap 1S. Yet, the honey badger's encounters with larger predators are where its legend truly shines. When faced with a leopard, the honey badger's strategy is not to flee, but to confront. Utilizing its loose skin and sharp claws, it can twist and bite even when pinned down, often turning the tables on a seemingly superior foe. This relentless spirit has earned the honey badger a reputation that commands respect, even from the apex predators of the savannah. Gap 1S. In the nocturnal hours, the honey badger's interactions take on a different hue. Under the cover of darkness, it becomes a shadowy figure, its senses heightened as it navigates the night. Owls and other nocturnal hunters share this realm, each respecting the other's domain. The honey badger's keen sense of smell and fearless nature make it a formidable night prowler, unchallenged in its pursuit of sustenance. Gap 1S. Through these myriad interactions, the honey badger exemplifies the intricate balance of the wild. It is a creature of paradoxes, both a fearsome predator and a reluctant benefactor, a solitary warrior and an occasional ally. In every encounter, the honey badger's essence is revealed, a blend of fierce independence and unyielding resilience, forever shaping the world around it. Gap 1S. As the sun rises and sets on the African savannah, the honey badger's life continues to unfold, a testament to the power of courage and the complexity of survival in the wild. Gap 2S. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the mysteries of nature's most enigmatic creatures, uncovering the secrets of their survival against all odds. As the Okavango Delta transforms with the rhythm of the seasons, the honey badger's resilience is put to the ultimate test. Each year the landscape is reborn. Lush floodplains swell with life during the rains, only to retreat into dry, cracked earth as the water recedes. For the honey badger, survival demands more than strength. It requires a remarkable ability to adapt. During the flood season, the delta bursts into a mosaic of waterways and islands. Here the honey badger's world expands. It becomes an agile swimmer, paddling through shallow channels in search of food. Fish, amphibians and crustaceans, creatures usually out of reach, now become part of its varied diet. With waterlogged burrows, the honey badger seeks out higher ground, finding shelter in the roots of ancient trees or commandeering abandoned dens left by other animals. As the waters withdraw and the land dries, the honey badger's tactics shift. The once abundant aquatic prey vanish, replaced by the challenge of parched earth. Now, the honey badger's formidable digging skills come to the fore. It scours the hard-packed soil for hidden insects, rodents and reptiles. Its acute sense of smell guides it to underground caches, sometimes meters below the surface, where a single meal may mean the difference between scarcity and sustenance. These seasonal cycles also shape the honey badger's interactions with its rivals. In the wet season, food is plentiful, and encounters with other predators are frequent yet less contentious. But as the dry season tightens its grip, competition intensifies. The honey badger's boldness is tested as it faces off with jackals and monitor lizards over dwindling resources. Even so, its versatility often tips the scales in its favour. The shifting Okavango demands more than a change in diet or shelter. It calls for a transformation in behaviour. The honey badger becomes a master of timing, emerging at dawn or dusk to avoid the midday heat, or prowling under the cool cloak of night when prey is most active. Every sense is sharpened, every movement calculated to conserve energy and maximize opportunity. Through each season, the honey badger remains undaunted, a creature shaped not just by the land, but by the ever-changing pulse of nature itself. Its story in the Okavango is one of constant adaptation, a living testament to the power of flexibility in the wild. In mastering the dance of drought and deluge, the honey badger stands as a symbol of nature's unbreakable will to survive. In the heart of the Okavango, the honey badger's menu reads like an encyclopedia of the wild. Few animals embrace such a staggering variety of foods, and fewer still hunt them with such audacity. The honey badger is a true culinary conqueror, a master of improvisation whose appetite is matched only by its ingenuity. No meal is too strange, no prey too daunting. Scorpions and venomous snakes, feared by most, are dispatched with swift, calculated strikes. The honey badger's thick skin and remarkable resistance to toxins make these dangerous morsels a regular part of its diet. Its jaws crush through armoured millipedes and beetle larvae, extracting nourishment where others would find only frustration. But the honey badger's palate is not limited to the bold and the venomous. It roots through termite mounds, feasting on swarms of insects and their nutrient-rich eggs. With powerful claws it unearths hidden reptiles, lizards, tortoises, and even the elusive eggs of ground-nesting birds. Amphibians, rodents and carrion all find their place at its table, ensuring that hunger is rarely a companion. Even the world of plants offers sustenance. The honey badger consumes wild fruits, tubers and roots, especially during lean times. Its sense of smell leads it to bulbs buried deep beneath the soil, a testament to its perseverance and adaptability. The honey badger's feeding habits are defined by bold experimentation. It will overturn rocks, tear apart rotting logs and probe beneath dense brush. Every nook and cranny is an opportunity. Each meal is a victory of wit and resourcefulness, a testament to survival in a landscape where fortune favours the fearless. In the Okavango, the honey badger's diverse diet is more than a survival strategy. It is a celebration of possibility. Every bite, every hunt, every discovery is proof that the boundaries of nature are meant to be challenged. The honey badger, ever relentless, transforms the wild into a banquet without limits. In the Okavango, danger lurks behind every shadow. Powerful lions, cunning leopards and opportunistic hyenas. Yet the honey badger stands undaunted, armed with an arsenal of defences honed by centuries of survival. Its first line of protection, armour-like skin, thick and loose, impervious to most bites and claws. When threatened, the honey badger can twist within its own hide, turning to bite an attacker even as it's being gripped. This flexibility makes it an unpredictable foe, never truly pinned, never truly prey. But physical defences are only the beginning. The honey badger wields a weapon more potent than teeth or claws, an anal gland with a potent, foul-smelling secretion. When cornered, it unleashes a cloud of this noxious spray, driving even the boldest predators into retreat. The stench lingers, burning the nose and eyes, marking the honey badger as a creature not to be trifled with. If the threat escalates, the honey badger transforms from forager to fighter. It stands its ground, hissing and growling, back arched and fur bristling to appear larger. Its jaws snap with bone-crushing force and its claws slash with surgical precision. In a blur of aggression, it lunges at vulnerable spots, muzzles, paws, eyes, aiming not to escape but to deter. The honey badger's reputation is so fierce that many predators, despite their size, think twice before pressing an attack. Even in the face of overwhelming odds, the honey badger's spirit is unbroken. It knows when to fight, when to bluff, and when to vanish into the brush. Each encounter is a lesson for the wild. Here is a creature that refuses to be defined by fear. The honey badger, guardian of its own fate, stands as a living testament to the power of resilience, defiance, and unyielding courage in a world ruled by tooth and claw. Across the sprawling wilderness of the Okavango, the honey badger moves with purpose, not just in search of food, but as a vigilant guardian of its own domain. Though these territories are unseen by human eyes, to the honey badger, their boundaries are as clear as the midday sun. Each honey badger carves out a personal expanse, a patchwork of feeding grounds, resting sites, and hidden burrows. To mark these invisible borders, the badger relies on a secret language of scent. With deliberate precision, it drags its anal gland along rocks, tree trunks, and tufts of grass, leaving behind a pungent signature that broadcasts a clear message. This land is claimed. Every drop of this musky secretion is a warning, a declaration to rivals and would-be intruders. The scent lingers for days, resilient against rain and wind, serving as both a boundary marker and a deterrent. At the edges of their territory, honey badgers often pause, sniffing the air for traces of others. If a rival's scent is detected, the response is swift. Either a bold remarking of the boundary or, if challenged, an aggressive confrontation. These territorial rituals are not just about defence, they are about survival. By maintaining clear boundaries, honey badgers reduce the risk of dangerous encounters with their own kind, conserving precious energy for the constant challenges of the wild. In this way, the honey badger's world is shaped not only by visible battles but by silent wars of scent and space. Within these invisible lines, the honey badger reigns, unyielding, unchallenged, and ever alert to the shifting tides of its wild domain. Beneath the honey badger's tough exterior and relentless appetite lies an unexpected role, that of a silent gardener. As this fearless forager roams the Okavango, it unwittingly becomes a crucial agent of seed dispersal, shaping the very landscape it calls home. Each meal is an opportunity for transformation. When the honey badger digs for roots, devours fruits, or raids underground tubers, it consumes seeds from a diverse array of plants. Not all of these seeds are digested. Many survive the journey through its gut, protected by tough outer shells. Later, as the badger moves on and deposits its scat across the savannah, it leaves behind a trail of fertilized seeds, tiny packets of life, ready to sprout in new locations. This process is more than mere chance. By spreading seeds far from their parent plants, the honey badger helps reduce competition and increases the chances of survival for new seedlings. Some seeds even require the passage through an animal's digestive tract to break dormancy, making the badger's role vital to their life cycle. The impact ripples outward. New plants take root, providing shelter and nourishment for insects, birds, and mammals alike. Over time, the honey badger's wanderings help maintain the diversity and resilience of the ecosystem, ensuring the savannah thrives through changing seasons. Unseen and unsung, the honey badger's appetite becomes a force of renewal. A tireless gardener, sowing the seeds of tomorrow with every step it takes. In the hush of dawn, beneath the tangled roots of an acacia, a tiny cub blinks open its eyes for the very first time. Born blind, helpless, and no bigger than a mouse, the honey badger's journey begins in the secret darkness of its underground den. Its mother, ever vigilant, wraps her body around her single offspring, a living shield against the dangers lurking above. For weeks the den is a world unto itself. The cub nurses, growing stronger with each day, warmth and safety its only companions. Outside, the savannah pulses with life and peril, but inside the cub's senses sharpen, first to the comforting rumble of its mother's purr, then to the subtle scents that drift through the earth. At 4 weeks, the cub's eyes flutter open, curiosity stirs. Clumsy paws explore the soft earth, tiny claws scraping at roots and pebbles. The mother, patient yet firm, introduces her cub to the world beyond the den, first by scent, rubbing her head and body against the cub to mark it with her unique signature. Every lesson is one of survival, the difference between the scent of a harmless beetle and the warning musk of a snake, the subtle vibrations that signal approaching danger. By 3 months, the cub is ready for its first venture outside. The world is vast and wild, but the mother leads with unwavering purpose. She demonstrates how to dig for grubs, how to sniff out hidden scorpions, and how to retreat at the first sign of a lion's shadow. The cub learns quickly, mimicking her movements, stumbling at first, then growing bolder with each passing day. Seasons change. The cub's soft fur thickens, the pale stripe along its back growing more pronounced, a badge of its lineage. Playful tussles with its mother sharpen its reflexes, while failed hunts teach patience and resilience. It learns to climb, to swim, to raid beehives without fear, enduring the inevitable stings with a grit inherited from generations past. By the time the young honey badger reaches 1 year, it is nearly its mother's equal, a fierce, clever survivor. The day comes when the mother nudges her offspring away from the den, a gentle but final farewell. Alone for the first time, the young badger faces the world not with fear, but with the hard-earned confidence of its kind. From cub to conqueror, the honey badger's early life is a crucible, a relentless forging of instinct, skill and courage. Each challenge overcome, each lesson learned, shapes a creature destined to thrive against all odds. The savannah, once a place of mystery and danger, is now a kingdom to explore. And so the cycle begins anew, as another fearless wanderer takes its place in the wild heart of Africa.